Sarah Wilden, and I'm here with Vanessa today. She is my patient for the EthnoHEALTH family interview. We have a few questions for her. Vanessa is going to talk to us a little bit about her ethnic background.
All right. My family is originally from Mexico. Their religion is mainly Catholic. I mean, they believe in like the Virgin Mary, and that's like the main religion. As far as like what they do with like ethnic, I say that usually to celebrate like the Virgin Mary, what they've done is like walk through the streets of Mexico. They'll carry the Virgin Mary in front, and then they'll walk through the neighborhoods. People will go out and just follow. I guess you can say. But I mean, that's mainly like how they celebrate it.
So has Catholicism kind of came down generation to generation in your family? Would you consider yourself Catholic?
Yeah, I mean, most of my family is Catholic, so yeah, I guess I would.
Okay. And how many generations do you have here in the U.S.?
We probably have like 3 here. Everyone's mainly in Mexico, so.
All your brothers and sisters are here in the
U.S.?
U.S.?
My brothers and sisters, our kids, my aunt. We have some like cousins, relatives, so.
But your mother still presently lives in Mexico, correct?
Yes, my mom and my father does too.
Okay. And what would you say your family does to maintain health? So what does your mother do to maintain health?
I guess you can say she basically cooks anything. People know that, Mexican food is like very greasy and all of that stuff, but as far as like healthy, there's certain things that we do use. I guess you can say I wrote one of like the home remedies on here. They use like honey tea, and it's called té de manzanillo. It's like a natural herb. Okay. So that helps with like fevers. I mean, they'll tell you to use that for anything. Like, if you're not feeling good, even for birth. Whenever I was having contractions, I drank a cup of tea, and like my contractions like started coming like this. I was like, but I mean, that's something that, it's crazy, but it's so true because it does help you. That's really all that I can remember for home remedies, so.
Okay. As far as your mother's healthcare in Mexico, where does she go to see a doctor? How does she?
There's like little houses like next door that they're doctors, like they're certified. They usually have like their clinics like in their living room, like, it's just more convenient. They don't really have enough for like big old like clinic and stuff like that. So they just have it in their living room. You can go next door and get checked, and there's just a lot of doctors around you. There's really nothing to worry about unless it's a hospital.
Okay. And to protect her health, that probably kind of ties into the tea that she uses and those just natural home remedies. Okay. And how do her religious or spiritual beliefs define birth? So I know you talked about Catholicism in your family. So as far as when a child is born in your family, are there any rituals that you go through?
Well, what they do is they don't use any like medicine, any type of like, pain medicine. The way they believe is you just need to have a natural birth. Like they'll have other delivery and like, they used to have their delivery like in their rooms. Like my mom gave birth to my big sister like in the room, and it was literally like one person, and it was like a little village. So they don't believe in anything that has to do with medicine. Like they believe it should be just natural, and that's it.
So whenever you have a child, when you had your son, did you go through the traditional healthcare system in the U.S.?
No, I didn't. I did have the medicine, and mine was a little different, but I didn't. I wasn't able to do that, so.
Okay. And as far as illness goes, in your family, illness and kind of healing, we can tie that all together. Again, they're just going to use those natural home remedies that they've always used.
Yeah,
okay. And if a family member is sick, are there any rituals that they'll go through as far as if someone is...
Yes. So for sore throat, I remember this one clearly because they've done that to me. So what they do is they'll lay you on your back. They'll like put like oils and stuff on your back, and they'll kind of like pull your skin up to kind of like make the swelling go down from like your throat. So I mean, it's weird, but I mean, they've done it to me, so I know how this feels. Like they'll just like keep pulling on your back, like all throughout your back until I mean, sometimes they pop, or sometimes they just like the swelling goes down. That's one of the remedies that they've done. The other one is they'll cook tomatoes and like boiling hot, and they'll put them on the bottom of your feet to help the swelling go down. And that's another thing that they've done to me too. And I mean, that helps. You know, you literally leave tomatoes on the bottom of your feet, like with socks on, and then I mean they'll go away.
So is that something that you have used in your home with your son?
Yes. Okay. I mean, I haven't used it on him yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that in the future.
Okay. How do her religious or spiritual beliefs define health? So I know we kind of have talked about that already, but anything else that you would like to add is...
I mean, not that I can remember. I haven't really done much of it, but I mean, the remedies that I've used, I mean, they have worked. It's crazy as it sounds, but yeah, so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for interviewing today, Vanessa.
Okay, you're welcome.